Now on 4 News Now, the annual count of homeless in our community starts today. The result could impact the funding granted to help that population.
The clock is ticking on the return of winter. It's calm tonight, but we have a possible weather alert day. I'll show you when to expect snow and bitter cold.
In his first few weeks in office, Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles is in Washington, D.C. with fentanyl at the top of his priority list. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Breaking news in North Idaho tonight. Idaho State Police investigating a DUI crash where they say the driver fired a gun. Good evening. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Aaron Luna. The crash closed I-90 near Pinehurst for most of the afternoon, just reopening within the last hour and a half. Our Rania Kaur is live in Pinehurst tonight with what we know so far. Rania.
Aaron, Kirsten, Idaho State Police tell me the driver of a Dodge pickup crashed and then fired a gunshot. Police say the trooper who was responding to the crash didn't fire back. Police say they were trying to pull a driver over after receiving a report that they may have been driving under the influence. That was 4 miles before the driver crashed near Pinehurst. Idaho State Police say after the crash, the driver wasn't cooperating with the trooper, and that's when the trooper heard a gunshot from inside the Dodge. Police say the trooper didn't fire back and the driver was taken into custody. No one was hurt. The driver, a 32-year-old Spokane man, was taken to the hospital just in case. We are now waiting to learn what charges he may face after he's medically released to go to jail. Live in Pinehurst tonight, I'm Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
Rania, thank you for those updates. When you picture homelessness in Spokane, you might think of Camp Hope or other city shelters, but the issue expands far beyond those places. It's why every year volunteers go into the city speaking with those experiencing homelessness to better understand what can be done to help them.
Our Bronte Sorotsky spent the afternoon with some volunteers and shares how the information they collect will be used to get more people into housing.
Over 150 volunteers are headed out into Spokane this week, surveying those experiencing homelessness with the hopes that this information will help create better solutions to get people into housing.
How many times over the past few months have you stayed in a shelter?
This group of WSU nursing students are among the 170 volunteers walking around Spokane, talking with those experiencing homelessness to better understand ways to help.
It's a federally required homeless count that we do each year.
Once the count is complete, those numbers will go back to HUD to figure out the best ways to address homelessness in Spokane.
This information will be analyzed and we'll be able to zoom in on different population groups and get that information back out to community stakeholders, service providers who can use that to help address homelessness for their own individual groups that they serve.
Volunteers say the experience gave them a new outlook.
It was amazing. It was very eye-opening.
One nursing student says some of the things were difficult to hear.
It's heartbreaking, honestly. We heard a lot of really sad stories, but they're stories that need to be told.
The identities of everyone surveyed is kept confidential, and answers are only used to determine the homeless services the area still needs. The results from this count should be available by spring. From there, the data will be used to find better solutions to get people into housing. Reporting in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Bronte. 120,000 fentanyl-laced pills were taken off the streets in Yakima several weeks ago, and this problem is being seen across the state. Data shows there was an over 186% increase in fentanyl overdoses between 2020 and 2021 in Spokane County.
Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles says dealers are using social media to sell drugs. He met with legislators in Washington, D.C. to address the role companies like Snapchat are playing in the crisis. Our Vanessa Perez is in studio with a look at what's being done.
Well, legal experts, advocates, and Spokane County Sheriff John Knowles gathered in Washington, D.C. this morning. They spoke about the dangers they believe social media platforms pose in driving the fentanyl crisis.
While social media can keep people connected, there are also dangers that come with it.
When it comes to the fentanyl poisoning of American youth, I can only name one. We are working with 50 families right now. And virtually all of those, not all, I think there's 1 or 2, virtually all of those children were connected to dealers through Snapchat.
A push to put a stop to the fentanyl crisis. People want social media platforms to be held accountable. A Snapchat rule says minors have to receive parent permission to be on the platform. Yet Marquez Garrett argues Snapchat doesn't enforce this rule. She also says there's no easy way parents can report it. But if they could,
those numbers would drop, but so would social media engagement. They'd make less money because many children would not be on these apps in the first place.
Sheriff Knowles spoke about social media companies' abilities to store data and know everything about a user. He says it's a different story when it comes to catching dealers.
It is ridiculous to think that they don't possess the same ability to identify people who are using their platforms for illicit purposes. They do, but they have to be forced to do it. They have to be forced to comply with lawful court orders.
There's no one fix to the problem, but Knowles says there's a role we can all play.
It is going to take several different solutions attacking this problem from every angle we can. Public education is certainly a part of that.
DEA launched an education campaign to educate the Spokane community about the dangers of fentanyl last year. Snapchat said it was improving its work to detect and remove drug dealers and increase support for law enforcement back in October. According to its website, it also started a public awareness campaign. Live in studio, Vanessa Perez, 4 News Now.
Vanessa, thank you. Well, you may be asking yourself, is winter over yet? The answer, not quite.
I don't know.
More snow.
I don't know if anyone's asking that.
And more colder on the way. Well, I don't know. When it was in the 40s, you might have asked yourself. It's like,
people in the inland Northwest know we need to settle in. And it's really important to think about. We are preparing you for a possible weather alert day. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
Well, and part of the reason that we do want to draw your attention right now to the possibility of sub-zero wind chills is because we've had some fairly mild weather, so it may come to a shock to your system as we have sub-zero wind chills in the forecast for the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, as well as the Northeast Mountains, North Idaho, and parts of the Palouse. Saturday late night into Sunday morning. Possible weather alert day just means we want to draw your attention to it now. We're still working on the forecast and the details. Now, tomorrow is going to be a day a lot like today. Here's our time lapse from the day. Another fairly monochromatic sky, gray, low clouds, and some fog. We did get some clearing late in the day, however, and that has allowed our temperatures to drop down below freezing in some locations. Post Falls is 31. It's 27 at Fairchild Air Force Base and 28 in Cheney. 33 right now in Spangle. It's 32 at Spokane International Airport. Around the region, we find temperatures in the 30s in most spots, the exception being in the Okanagan area and down into parts of the Columbia Basin. It's 28 right now at Grand Coulee, but close to 40 in Lewiston. In your Thursday planner, we're heading up to a high of 36 degrees. That is exactly average, despite the fact that we are not going to see much of the sun. We do have some sunshine in the 7-day forecast. It just comes along with single-digit temperatures. I'll let you know what to expect later in the news. Aaron.
Sounds good. Thank you, Chris. A Post Falls man is in jail tonight, accused of producing child pornography. Police arrested 61-year-old Ronald Richmond this afternoon. Multiple agencies assisted in his arrest, including the Secret Service, U.S. Marshals, and Homeland Security. Police say the investigation into Richmond started with numerous tips filed with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Investigators say Richmond was saving child pornography in cloud storage. His digital devices were collected as evidence.
The FBI has joined the search for an 8-year-old boy from Washington who hasn't been seen since last summer. Officers in Vancouver say members of the community were so concerned that they called for a welfare check on Bredson John in June, but they have not been able to find him. Vancouver police said the boy's last known guardians were his grandparents. Detectives have tried to make contact with family members to see if the child is with relatives, but they say they haven't been helpful. The FBI says investigators are, quote, frustrated with the level of cooperation from the family.
Usually, hopefully, these are things that are resolved in an afternoon. This has gone on too long, and so we need people to come forward and help us.
Vancouver police said criminal charges of custodial interference were filed against the grandparents last month. That's when a custody agreement has been broken. The boy has also been going by the name of Brixton at some point. He has ties to Arizona, Hawaii, and the Federated States of Micronesia, which is why the FBA has now gotten involved.
2 people are now facing criminal charges for abandoning dozens of malnourished dogs in and around Bonner County. We can hear some of those husky-type dogs. All 31 of them are in shelters at Better Together Animal Alliance, that's in Pend Oreille, Kootenai Humane Society, or at private homes. The sheriff's office is filing 31 counts of animal cruelty and abandonment against 54-year-old Jacob McCowan and 31-year-old Jessica Smirtwaite. To learn how you can help these dogs and their shelters, visit this story on KXLY.com.
Coming up on 4 News Now, a referee shortage is partially caused by safety concerns. What's being done to protect refs and get them back in the game?
And Mark Peterson and the Extreme team take on a new project to help the Spokane Hope Center for Children after the break.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Save your greed! The time to buy is now. Yes, RV show pricing continues at R&R RV in North Spokane. Over 125 RVs are indoors at 525 East Francis. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show price. Don't shop in the cold. Shop over 125 RVs indoors now at R&R RV in North Spokane, 525 East Francis. Online at rnrrv.com.
The Spokane Ag Show returns to the Spokane Convention Center February 7th through the 9th. This exciting 3-day event features ag industry vendors, recertification courses, and informative seminars. Returning speakers include weatherman Art Douglas and WSU ag economist Randy Fortenberry. Park free at the Spokane Arena with free shuttle buses to and from the convention center. Visit agshow.org for detailed information and online ticket purchase. Meet, learn, and grow at the 2023 Spokane Ag Show.
Walker's Furniture is overstocked, and we need to make room, so this week we're having an overstock sale. Get big discounts of 15 to 30%, even up to 70% off to help us reduce this inventory immediately.
While supplies last at Walker's.
Amy and Jamie are 3-month-old conjoined twins, or at least they used to be. Now exclusive. The surgeon who performed the extraordinary surgery this week, separating them. How are they doing? The amazing story, and this one is amazing. Tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Coeur d'Alene Casino is giving you 3 ways to win one of 42 cruises this January. Play to earn entries starting January 1st. Then, come in for the $75,000 Cruisin' in 23 giveaway to be one of 30 winners of a cruise for 2 and $500 cash on January 28th. Next, we'll announce 10 winners of the Cruise to Alaska Point Battle on January 29th. Plus, join the Extra Bingo game for a chance to win a $2,000 certificate towards a dream cruise, only at Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Next ET. Channing Tatum, Salma Hayek are exclusive in Miami with the stars of Magic Mike's Last Dance.
We're getting 100 on this one. We're going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at it.
Plus, ET's certified country.
It took me back to my childhood.
Only we're in Nashville rolling with Tyler Hubbard.
Take it easy. I'm not injuring you, buddy. Whoa!
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Well, this February, the Extreme team is taking on a new project in Spokane.
The Hope Center for Children is ready for an expansion. Let's check in with Mark Peterson and the Extreme team.
We're very proud to announce our February recipient for the Extreme team. It's Hope, Spokane Hope Center for hard of hearing children and deaf children. It is going to be an amazing project. We're going to expand what they can do because I got to tell you right now, there's kids all over the place.
We need some glue.
The importance of the Spokane Hope Center is the fact that they get this language development from the birth to 5 years of age, and then, well, they're in school and they're doing great.
They have been our saving grace. When Finn was diagnosed, we had no idea what to do. We've never even heard of that, right? You know, it's not something you think of when you're a parent that your child's going to lose their hearing. So Amy reaching out to us, telling us everything's going to be okay, there are resources, was amazing. I was sitting on the floor with her for hours, her first visit, and without them, we would be completely lost. Finn would be lost.
The other part about Spokane Hope Center is the fact that they give parents with a newly diagnosed deaf child hope.
we didn't know anybody else. We don't know anybody who's deaf. So the first deaf people we've met are our children. And we were connected with Hope School when Harper was 6 months old. And it has been a blessing because Hope School has been very supportive. And we also got to come in when Harper was smaller than Caden and see many kids who were born deaf or have hearing aids or Bajas, and see that Harper will live a successful life.
So the immediate hit list is to get this room completely rebuilt, walls, ceiling, flooring.
The timing is amazing. Again, we've outgrown our space. What's really imperative for our kids when they're at Hope is that they have a really quiet learning environment, because we're teaching them how to make sense of these sounds that are getting to their brain through their devices. And right now we've got kids packed in there, and it gets really loud and it gets really noisy, and then they don't get to hear and they don't get to learn the way that they need to learn every single word that they hear.
I'm Mark Peterson, Spokane Hope Center for the Extreme Team, right here, 4 News Now.
Oh, we cannot wait to see more of that. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have snow coming Friday and into Saturday. 1 to 3 inches of snow possible around the inland northwest. That excludes the mountains. Then the winds pick up, and we are looking at sub-zero wind chills. I'll let you know what to expect after the break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
A flaneur is someone who likes to just roam.
Oh, I do that all the time. I wander.
Oh, you do?
I've got to do it without a credit card, though. Next live, Hillary Duff.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
Well, looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
No.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you at med-project.org.
It's back. If the Gonzaga men's basketball team wins the 2023 National Championship, Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning will refund all eligible equipment purchased from Bill's Heating and Air between January 15th and March 15th. Yes, you heard that right. So call today and get your new instant hot water tank, furnace, or AC unit. Treat yourself to heated floors or many of the other products we offer at Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Terms and conditions apply. Go to callbillsheating.com for more.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
If you've been looking for a new vehicle in the current market, you may be hearing things like extra charges, added accessories, or second sticker.
Not at Coeur d'Alene Honda. We make it easy.
We'll keep you posted till your new Honda arrives, give you a fair value for your trade, and give you a lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you.
Well, that was easy. Come meet the team and purchase your next vehicle at Coeur d'Alene Honda.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Call today for our available inventory and check out our website at cdahonda.com.
The number of jokes being made about cheese right now in the commercial break. Okay, if you love cheese,
I do.
This is your dream job. We're all in love. The website Sleep Junkies looking for 5 dairy dreamers to test the theory that eating cheese before going to sleep gives you nightmares.
Disagree.
Oh, grilled cheese. Yum. Here's the job. You eat cheese every night at the same time before going to sleep, and then you journal about how well you slept and any dreams or nightmares you had. To apply, you must be at least 21 years old. Check. You also can't have any sleep issues or be lactose intolerant. Okay, that makes sense.
Well, obviously.
After 3 months, dairy dreamers will be paid $1,000 and will even be reimbursed for all that cheese.
Oh, free cheese.
Wow.
Can't go wrong. Free cheese.
And you take that $1,000 to your trainer to work off all that cheese. Oh, man. I do love it. Live conditions right now, 32 degrees in Coeur d'Alene and Spokane. Tomorrow will be a day very much like today. Seasonable temperatures, low clouds and fog. In fact, we're already seeing those clouds filling in. We had a little bit of clearing briefly in Spokane late in the afternoon. It did not last long. We'll have patchy freezing fog tomorrow, 29 degrees for an overnight low, 36 for a high tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies. Here's a look at our forecast. I'm zoomed way out so I can show you this huge ridge of high pressure that we have been under, but we continue to be on the far eastern flank of this ridge, and that has allowed some weak disturbances to ripple down from the north. We're going to see a more profound system moving in for Friday and Saturday. Here's tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Still mostly cloudy skies. Fairly quiet weather as we get into Thursday night and Friday. However, we see one system move through and another one on the way. That is going to bring both snow and a mix of rain and snow depending on the time of day. Accumulations fairly light, but this is a backdoor cold front, and that is what brings in the coldest air that we get, and that is going to bring in temperatures in the single digits for morning lows, gusty winds that will bring wind chill readings down below 0 and a return of very wintry weather. Snowfall estimates right now forecast in the 1 to 2 inch range around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 3 in Sandpoint and St. Mary's, but much heavier snow as we get into the mountains of Montana. The further east you go, the heavier you're going to find the snow. And as we head into the Columbia Basin, the Okanagan Highlands, we are looking at no snow, a mix of rain and non-accumulating snow, but no accumulation. And that is again Friday and Saturday, those snowfall totals. Then the cold comes in. Here's a look at our temperature trend. This white line is average, which is up at 36 degrees. Will be just about average the next couple of days and then plummet into the teens for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Single digit morning lows. And again, that's only half the story. With gusty winds, we'll be seeing wind chill readings way colder than that. Overnight lows tonight, however, will be fairly mild. Will be just below freezing in most locations. Highs tomorrow, seasonable, above freezing, even in the 40s in St. Mary's, Pullman, and Lewiston. Your planning forecast: a mix of rain and snow on Friday, snow on Saturday. The winds pick up Saturday night and into Sunday. That is a possible weather alert day, because that is going to come as quite a shock to the system to see those temperatures drop like that. A little bit of sunshine on Sunday, and then we start to warm up the middle of next week, but not much, Aaron.
Good to know. Thank you, Chris. It's going to sound like science fiction. It's not. For the first time ever, scientists were able to guide lightning to the ground using a laser. New at 6 o'clock, meteorologist Matt Gray is here to show you this technological breakthrough. Matt.
This might be the coolest thing I've reported on, and I've done quite a few things in about 10 years in this business. Take a look at this picture. This shows lightning being directed along a laser beam for the very first time. This could be the biggest thing in lightning safety since, wait for it, Ben Franklin invented the lightning rod in the 1760s. Lightning rods, they've saved countless lives and property over the centuries, but they do have their limits. See, the taller you make a lightning rod, the more it can protect. But when it comes to things like sports stadiums, power plants, or the Spokane International Airport, you start talking about towers of impractical size. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 foot tall tower right next to an airport is not the best idea. But what if you could extend a traditional lightning rod using lasers? That is what a group of European scientists tried on a mountain peak in Switzerland. In the experiment, they pulsed this laser beam over the top of the radio tower on the mountain peak during thunderstorms. What the laser does is that it heats up the air that it's passing through. This creates a path that conducts electricity better than the air around it. So during the experiment, the lightning took the path created by that laser between the thunderstorm cloud and the tower 4 separate times. Not only that, the path of lightning strikes around the mountain were closer to the tower when the laser was on than when the laser was off. Because of that laser, you ended up with an extra 200 feet around the tower that had more protection from lightning. So let's get one thing clear before we go any further with this. This laser, it's about the size of a car. It draws a lot of power. There's more experiments and a lot of laser technological development that's got to happen before your kids are going to get laser lightning protection at their soccer games.
Okay, I agree. That might be the coolest thing he's ever done. It was electrifying, to say the least, Matt.
Oh, there it is. I like it.
If you agree with me, you're probably going to want Matt's weather newsletter, The Brainstorm. If you'd like it, you can sign up on KXLY.com. He's doing a little dance. The Brainstorm with Matt Gray is awesome. You can get in-depth forecasting and discussions of the science behind the weather in your inbox every single week. Well, you don't have to spend hours a week at the gym to maintain your health. Ahead, new research showing why quick bursts each day can go a long way.
Plus, your credit card could be at risk at gas stations. How to protect your money coming up after the break.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader.
It goes like one margarita.
Bluebird in my heart. Baby, you're playing hard to forget. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
It's the inventory overstock sell-off at Lazy Boy. Hurry in and save up to 50% on $5 million in factory direct overstock. Everything must go. Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Walker's Furniture is overstocked and we need to make room, so this week we're having an overstock sale. Get big discounts of 15 to 30%, even up to 70% off to help us reduce this inventory immediately.
While supplies last at Walker's.
Button up, it's gonna get cold. Don't make those weekend plans until you see Mark's first alert forecast.
And it is Get Organized Month. From closets to cluttered junk drawers, the pros show us easy ways to stay organized all year long. That's tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
Hey folks, Jay Uner here. Northwest Motorsport is celebrating 14 years of trucks, and more trucks. We also have new inventory every day. Come check out what's new at nwmsrocks.com/anniversary.
What are you gonna put me on?
The Deadbeat.
Oh my God, you're putting me on obituaries? Don't you come any closer, I will kill you.
I'm already dead. Fun fact, you're the only one that can see me.
No!
Yep.
No!
Our RV show prices have been extended. Now through the end of the month at Blue Dog RV Spokane and Post Falls. Save big with low show prices on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands. Grand Design, Keystone, Thor, Highland Ridge, and more. Get ready for spring adventures now with exclusive show pricing extended. What are you waiting for? Shop extended RV show prices through January 31st. Only at Blue Dog Spokane and Post Falls.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Wigs.
There's a growing danger as you swipe your credit card. Skimming costs consumers and banks more than $1 billion every year. But there are ways you can protect yourself. Watch as a man dressed as a construction worker places what police say is called a skimmer on top of a credit card terminal in a California convenience store, while his partner works to distract the store employee.
One of them requests assistance from the clerk to go back there and help him out. Meanwhile, the second suspect, in just a matter of seconds, pulls out a skimmer, places it over the point of transaction area.
Well, the skimmer then gathers data from unsuspecting customers who swipe their credit card, feeding their information to the suspects. The United States Secret Service, which safeguards payment systems, says skimmers or skimming crimes are on the rise.
We're just coming off of a 2-year period where it was okay for bad guys to wear masks to do their crime, and where it became very brazen in that period. So it seemed like activity definitely ramped up the COVID era.
Experts warn it's not only happening inside gas stations, there's also gas pump skimming and ATM skimming. You can protect your information by using the tap feature on credit cards to pay whenever possible, or pay with a mobile wallet on your phone. When you have to swipe your card, check the keypad. If the numbers feel loose or something feels off, something may be wrong.
It's no secret, moving is good for the body, and a new study finds more evidence that it's also good for your mind. Researchers found that the people who did just under 10 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise every day saw improvements to short-term memory and executive function, which helps with things like planning and organization. While the cognitive improvement was modest, researchers found the benefits grew with more time spent doing more energetic workouts that will boost your heart rate and your breathing.
The converse was also true. If you downshifted from moderate or vigorous activity towards more sleep, sedentary behavior, or light activity, by about 7 to 10 minutes, you lost about 1 to 2% of your cognitive ability.
One health expert believes the findings show that being consistently active over time is as important, if not more important, than one single session of exercise. Additional studies are needed, but researchers say even modest changes can make a big difference in brain health.
Coming up on 4 News Now at 6:30, a referee shortage is partially caused by safety concerns. It's become so bad games are being canceled and lots of kids aren't getting to play. What's being done to protect referees and get them back in the game? Stick around. It's after the break.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Everyone loves winter fun, and you can take it even farther in a Honda. Experience the season's joys and conquer its challenges. Meet Snow Mode, standard on all Honda SUVs and truck. Because no matter how tough winter gets, you can still have fun driving it. Honda, Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best overall brand for 2022. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
The other day, a hornet's nest fell on my head. It's not ideal, but we'll manage. Just like I manage without home internet. Sure, I wish this hotspot was a lot faster, but my phone works. Sometimes. It's not that bad. Ew.
It is that bad. Don't settle. Get Xfinity Home Internet for just $19.99 a month for 1 year with a free streaming box. Call, click, or visit a store today.
It's time to start the new year off right in a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. The new 2023 models are available, which means you can now order your style, pick your color, and build your Toyota just the way you want it. I'm thinking red. And if you're looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle, we've got over 3 blocks full of great choices to make your 2023 the best year yet with a new vehicle from Findlay. Findlay Toyota's downtown.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
You even remember to water the house plants. I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
The Great Debate, fridge versus pantry. Next, Inside Edition, what should you really keep in your fridge?
What about something like onions?
And what should you never refrigerate?
What about something like coffee?
The information that will surprise you. Then, is there a break in the case of the Microsoft executive ambushed and shot down in front of his daughter? Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Former Spokane referee Bob West, you can see in there in the striped shirt, was headbutted and knocked out by a student athlete during a wrestling match. Here it comes. There it goes right there, and then he goes down. That happened in 1996. Today, there's a bill being introduced in Olympia to keep amateur referees safe during sporting games.
If passed, the bill that aims to protect transit drivers, firefighters, and even law enforcement officers will add amateur referees to the list. Our Peter Choi spoke to Bob West today, and he explains why this bill is vital for referees' safety. Peter?
Yeah, former referee Bob West still remembers a day when he was attacked by a student athlete during high school wrestling match. Tonight, he wants to see a legal protection for amateur referees so that the same tragedy doesn't happen to other referees.
During a heated wrestling match in 1996 between Colville and West Valley High School, West stepped in and stopped the match. Then a student athlete had butted him.
It was lights out. I'd quit breathing for 10 seconds. There was a medic there immediately by my side. I was unconscious for 3 to 5 minutes.
For more than a decade, he has been proposing a protection law for referees which will allow anyone who's attacking referees verbally and physically to be charged with assault.
There are youth that are joining the ranks slowly, 18 to 22-year-olds, but they're only spending 2 or 3 years in the profession because of the verbal and the physical assaults and the things that are going on the field, and they're going, I don't need this.
Even before COVID, it was definitely something that I think affects our ability to not only recruit, but also retain.
Local organizations like Spokane basketball officials say safety concerns add stress amid referee shortage. He himself, as a current basketball referee, had to stop the game for safety.
It happened actually about 3 nights ago. And a local school, and I had a parent that was really upset and didn't agree with the kind of calls that we were putting on the court and on the game.
Asking the public to keep their safety in mind during the games.
We're someone's parent, we're someone's father, we're a mom, we're a dad, and we have a business. We're members of the community.
And if a fan, a parent, a participant crosses that line, they need to know that there is some accountability.
A total of 16 representatives in Washington are co-sponsoring this bill right now, and currently no word yet on when a vote will happen. Live in studio tonight, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Peter. Live look over downtown Spokane and the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena right now. Overcast conditions presently. The fog will be around soon. Expect a gray start to the day tomorrow. And here are 4 things you need to know about your forecast. Calm tomorrow, and then the snow moving in actually as early as Thursday night into Friday and Saturday. 1 to 3 inches total possible across the region, except in the mountains where we're going to see some heavy snow. Windy on Saturday, and that is going to bring our wind chills down below 0. A possible weather alert day issued for Sunday for that bitter cold weather. Our high temperatures today were actually right about average. We were above freezing in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, in the 40s today. In Lewiston, it was 37. In Pullman, 32 in Colville, and 30 degrees for a high in Omak. Temperatures currently are still in the mid-30s in many locations. With the clouds in place, we are slow to cool. That is not going to be the case in the extended forecast. We are in the teens in Winthrop. Now, tomorrow we'll start the day off just below freezing. A short thermometer heading to a high of 36. Which is average. I'll tell you about the cold weather on the way and have some Wildlife Wednesday photos for you in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Chris, thank you. The Newport News, Virginia school teacher who was allegedly shot by a 6-year-old student is planning to sue the school district. The lawyer for Abigail Werner says school administrators should have done more to prevent the shooting. She claims that they were notified 3 times by 3 different teachers on the day of the shooting that the first grader either had a gun or had threatened other students.
Abby Werner was shot in front of those horrified kids, all because the school administration failed to act. The administrator downplayed the report from the teacher and the possibility of a gun, saying, and I quote, "Well, he has little pockets."
School district officials previously admitted that at least one administrator was told that the boy might have a weapon, but no gun was found when his backpack was searched. Both the police department and school district declined to comment.
Administrators call the police. No. Did administrators lock down the school? No. Did the administrators evacuate the building? No. Did they confront the student? No.
The parents of the unnamed boy say the gun he took was secured and that he suffers from an acute disability. They released a new statement saying, quote, "We continue to pray for Ms. Werner and wish her a complete and full recovery." Renewed calls for gun control are once again echoing across the country after the latest deadly shootings across the U.S. and right here in Washington.
The alleged gunman in the Half Moon Bay, California shooting was arraigned this afternoon on murder and attempted murder charges. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
67-year-old Chun Lee Zhao facing a judge on 7 counts of murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and charges of enhancing a firearm.
The one thing they can count on is that the San Mateo County District Attorney's Office will do everything in its power, working with the Sheriff's Office, to make sure that justice is done here and that the right outcome occurs.
The families of 7 innocent farm workers now grappling with their sudden loss. Police taking down the suspect hours after the massacre after they say he opened fire at 2 farms Monday in Half Moon Bay, California. Officials calling this a workplace violence incident.
This is not supposed to happen here. These are good people.
Meanwhile, in Yakima, Washington, 3 people killed Tuesday after a random attack at a convenience store. Officials say the shooter didn't buy anything or say a word before killing 2 customers and a man in his car at a gas pump. Authorities saying the suspected gunman later died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. All of this after 11 were killed during a Lunar New Year celebration at a dance hall in Monterey Park, California. A newly released Secret Service report showing a gun was used in nearly 3/4 of the mass attacks carried out in the U.S. from 2016 to 2020.
What the hell is wrong with us that we allow these weapons of war and large capacity clips out on the streets and sidewalks? Why have we allowed this culture, this pattern, to continue?
The White House now renewing calls for gun control. Vice President Kamala Harris visiting with families of the victims in the Monterey Park shooting. Rena Roy, ABC News, Half Moon Bay, California.
National security experts and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are raising serious questions about how the nation's top secrets are handled after yet another batch of classified documents were found in former Vice President Mike Pence's home.
What's going on around here is my reaction. I kind of thought, holy heck.
Unlike former President Trump, both Pence and Biden quickly returned the classified files, leading to a court-authorized FBI search of Trump's property. But national security experts are calling much of the nation's classified documents handling system problematic, pointing out that only a small number of classified materials are actually tracked.
Really, there's a process involved here that's not working.
The Justice Department is reviewing the Pence documents, even though there are special counsel investigations into both former President Trump and President Biden's cases. It's not clear if the Justice Department will do the same for Pence.
Coming up on 4 News Now, Washington State football fans were treated to some exciting news as head coach Jake Dickert signed an extension with the university. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti tells us how long he'll be in Pullman.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic.
Are you looking for a credit card with rewards? Well, we've made it simple. Take advantage of 0% on new purchases, like your next getaway to paradise. So go on, reward yourself with a Premier Rewards MasterCard from P1FCU.
Our RV show prices have been extended. Now through the end of the month at Blue Dog RV Spokane and Post Falls. Save big with low show prices on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All of your favorite brands. Grand Design, Keystone, Thor, Highland Ridge, and more. Get ready for spring adventures now with exclusive show pricing extended. What are you waiting for? Shop extended RV show prices through January 31st. Only at Blue Dog Spokane and Post Falls.
You may be eligible for a new tax refund called the Working Families Tax Credit from the Washington State Department of Revenue. Those who qualify could get up to $1,200 back. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
At Mazda, we engineer confidence behind the wheel for all our drivers. The fact that the 2023 Mazda CX-5 remains the only small SUV in its class to achieve the highest rating in the new IIHS Side Impact Crash Test as of July 2022 ensures this confidence also extends to our passengers.
The all-wheel drive Mazda CX-5 was built for the Pacific Northwest. We have over 60 Mazdas in stock now at Foothills Mazda. Take yours home today or visit SpokaneMazda.com.
Walker's Furniture is overstocked with over $15 million of inventory, and more shipments are arriving daily, so we're forced to have an overstock clearance sale. Get big discounts of 15, 30, even up to 40% off select items in the store, with some discontinued items up to 70% off.
Our loss is your gain, as we have to make more room in our warehouses for new shipments arriving daily.
So for a short time, you can get big discounts
while supplies last at Walker's.
Country Homes Power, Spokane's #1 source for quality hot tubs and swim spas, has truckloads arriving from the top American-made spa manufacturers just in time for spring. Now is the time to reserve your new hot tub or swim spa. Get to Country Homes Power today.
Are you looking for a credit card with rewards? Well, we've made it simple. Take advantage of 0% on new purchases, like your next getaway to paradise. So go on, reward yourself with a Premier Rewards MasterCard from P1FCU.
Well, sometimes love bites. This Valentine's Day, the Honolulu Zoo is offering a unique gift for the special or maybe not so special person in your life. You can name one of these crickets, or a mealworm, or even a veggie after an ex.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty ruthless. I mean, you can name them after anyone. Then the zoo will feed that mealworm, cricket, or veggie to an animal. That person will also get a digital Valentine's Day card letting them know they were a snack. You can purchase the so-called Love Bite on the Honolulu Zoo's website until midnight on Valentine's Day.
Is it anonymous? Do you send it anonymously?
That's a good question.
After this forecast, there might be a few Chris Crockers. But first, let's do our Wildlife Wednesday. I'm sure there are some cricket eaters in this group, but first, oh man, what a beautiful coyote, Wile E. Coyote from Mark Vogt. He said that he was able to capture this image, but then as soon as the coyote realized that Mark was in the vicinity, he was gone in a flash. But a beautiful shot there from Mark, just beautiful. Love this photo from Susie Corpet, or Corpet. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Susie, forgive me, but I do know how to say otter. And she said that she was enjoying this whole family of otters playing and captured this adorable photo in Kootenai County. Thank you so much, Susie. From Bon Botchek, or Ron, should be Ron. Sorry, boy, I'm tough with the names today, but I do know that these are sparring bull moose. Now, Ron says that there was a Mrs. Moose nearby that was completely disinterested in these bull moose, and so they were taking out their frustrations on each other, and he watched them spar for about 15 minutes. From Courtney Litwin, a long-eared owl. She says it was the first one she's ever spotted, and Courtney's one of our most prolific Wildlife Wednesday photographers, so I think there's a bunch around here just lately. There didn't used to be, and I just love this photo. Papa B is the name on this one. A couple of deer, mama and baby deer, looking to see what Papa B is up to. Moving ahead, we do have a possible weather alert day. Possible, we're still gathering information about this upcoming intrusion of Arctic air, but I want to alert you right now because it is coming in for Sunday. Sub-zero wind chill for the entire region Saturday night and into Sunday. Now, before then, we have the possibility of some snow coming in. May start off as some rain. Here's Friday, 2 a.m. as a rain-snow mix. That is going to continue to move out of the region. Here's Friday at 8. We'll get some breaks, and then more snow possible coming in Friday night and into Saturday, looking at 1 to 3 inches around the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and Sandpoint area. With that rain, a lot of the Columbia Basin and the Okanagan Highland will make mainly just be seeing precipitation in the form of rain. Forecast wind gusts then for Sunday morning, up to 40-mile-per-hour gusts and even higher in some spots. So that is going to take single-digit temperatures down in the single and even double digits below zero for wind chill. Meanwhile, here's a look at your planning forecast. Windy conditions Saturday and into our possible weather alert day on Sunday. A high of only 17 on Sunday with some sunshine. And then Monday and Tuesday staying in the teens with single-digit lows. Aaron?
Something to look forward to. Thank you, Chris. And here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It's Falco's biggest end-of-season closeout sale ever. EnviroFire wood, gas, and pellet-burning fireplaces are in stock and on sale. Display and demo models with over $1,000 in savings. Don't wait until next season. Get the best deal of the year now at Falco's. EnviroFire fireplaces are in stock and installation appointments are available today. Ask about special financing and clean air discounts, too. Falco's EnviroFire closeout sale on now. 9310 East Sprague, Spokane Valley.
Hi, I'm attorney Jim Hill.
And I'm attorney Matt Russell.
And after 10 years of helping the injured people of Spokane,
Russell and Hill have won lots of awards.
But at the end of the day, only one award really matters.
The award we get the insurance company to pay you. Russell and Hill.
You want to know why I call South Carolina home? Come on, take a road trip with me. When you look around, you can really get a sense of why I love my home state. From the beaches all the way up to the beautiful mountains. South Carolina's got awesome scenery, cool cities, rich culture, and super friendly people. Of course, the best thing you can do is come down to South Carolina and find your own favorite places. Come see why I love this place.
RV show pricing continues now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Yes, every RV in stock at R&R RV Liberty Lake is show priced. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show priced. Now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Shop online at rnrrv.com or visit R&R RV in Liberty Lake, Eastern Washington's largest RV dealer.
This year, treat yourself to a new Toyota from Findlay Downtown Toyota. We've got lots of great choices, and every vehicle sold comes with Toyota Care. So you can get a new reliable vehicle in 2023 from Findlay.
It's back. If the Gonzaga men's basketball team wins the 2023 National Championship, Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning will refund all eligible equipment purchased from Bill's Heating and Air between January 15th and March 15th. Yes, you heard that right. So call today and get your new instant hot water tank, furnace, or AC unit. Treat yourself to heated floors or many of the other products we offer at Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Terms and conditions apply. Go to callbillsheating.com for more.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
Over the last 4 seasons, the Washington State football program has seen 3 head coaches come in and out for various reasons. And during that time, it never felt like there was a lot of stability in Pullman. That is until Jake Dickert took over the position full-time in December of 2021 when he signed a 5-year deal. And now he's already signed his first extension with the university. Today, Washington State announcing that Dickert has been extended through the 2027 season. Through the last 2 seasons, he helped lead the Cougars to back-to-back bowl games and compiled a 10-9 record as head coach, while his defenses were also one of the best in the Pac-12 during that time, giving up less than 23 points a game last season. And while the on-field successes are important, Jake Dickert says his entire family is proud to call the Palouse home.
It's who we are. It's what we love. We love Pullman. We love Washington State. We love what lifestyle we have here, and just excited about, I meant it, pouring all of ourselves into that. It isn't just me, it's our family. It's Candace being the rock of our family and everything that I'm allowed to do. So we're all bought in, and we poured everything we possibly can in here, and we look forward to doing that for a long time.
And just because it's the offseason doesn't mean there's not plenty of other football news to talk about, as Eastern Washington released its 2023 schedule earlier today. And if you thought last season was difficult, well, this year's not much easier. The team will open up play against FCS runner-ups North Dakota State over in Minneapolis, where the Vikings play. That'll be a pretty cool venue, before traveling down for a matchup against Mountain West and LA Jimmy Kimmel Bowl champions Fresno State. Eagles won't play their first home game until the middle of September. In fact, only 5 games at Roos Field this upcoming season, including Idaho and Weber State, who both made the playoffs this past season. And if the Eagles' schedule seemed a bit tough, let me introduce you to the Idaho Vandals 2023 season, which features another gauntlet in and out of conference. Now, you might want to look at airline prices, because this team's not going to be at home much at all. They open up 5 of their first 6 games on the road, 2 of those including pay games at Nevada and Cal, but those are certainly going to be winnable. They do, however, get Montana and Montana State on back-to-back weeks inside the Kibbie Dome, so that could be big when it comes to getting into the playoffs. Vandals are going to close out the regular season with a battle of the domes against Idaho State in Moscow. And we are less than 50 days away from Selection Sunday, and it's never too early to start looking at where the Gonzaga Bulldogs might end up in the NCAA tournament. And in the latest ESPN bracketology, the Bulldogs are dropped to a 3 seed in the South region, and has them playing the Eastern Washington Eagles in the first round out in Denver, but still a lot of basketball to be played. And Gonzaga will return to the court on Saturday afternoon against Portland, who they just beat by 40 2 weeks ago. That seems like a long time ago. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Chewelah Casino continues to be the place that treats you right in 2023. Earn entries now by playing your favorite games to win a share of $8,600 cash and a big screen smart TV. Prize drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, January 28th. Sports betting, table games, food, and jackpots. Chewelah Casino, we are the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking, north of Spokane on Highway 395.
You can prepare as much as possible, but whatever you imagine, something else will happen. Patty and I have been together since 1984. Patty got diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2012. Having a caregiver helps with still being in a relationship. There's all sorts of expenses. Renting the bed and the Tilton Space wheelchair. The money's going to be there, just like health insurance, and hopefully you don't ever have to use it. Walk Cares will help you take care of yourself.
Chevy Silverado factory lifted trucks. Where will they take you? Silverado ZR2, Trail Boss, and Custom Trail Boss, because adventure is everywhere.
Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $2,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today, we honor Michelle Grove.
As a volunteer board member, Michelle works tirelessly to ensure Sticks diabetes programs can serve children now and for years to come.
It's a volunteer job, but it's so worth every minute we can put into it.
Michelle's been a volunteer with the Sticks program for 7 years. Its mission is to help minimize the impact of diabetes for children and their families. Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
This February, Hagedon Marine Group is giving away a free pontoon boat. Join us at the 2023 Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo, February 1st through the 6th, for a chance to win a 2023 Barletta pontoon boat. Every attendee will be entered to win, and one lucky winner will walk away with a new $70,000 boat guaranteed. Tickets are free to the Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo. It's taking place February 1st through the 6th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sign up at cdaboatexpo.com. Other exclusions may apply.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Spokane Boat Show.
Tomorrow will be our last day without some sort of precipitation or gusty winds or bone-chilling cold. Good day to get those errands done. It is going to be a gray day, high temperature of 36, which is exactly average. That is certainly not the trend in the extended forecast. It's going to get cold.
Yes.
I saw that earlier, and I was hoping that would change. I was really hoping.
You're hoping I was wrong?
No. Okay. I was hoping the forecast models change, Chris.
Oh, that sounds better.
You would never.
It could happen.
You would never think that.
No, I trust you implicitly.
Okay, well, if it does change, it's because you cursed me, and I will blame you.
I just wanted, maybe you can shift that high pressure. Okay, I'll just.
I bought a shovel today.
Oh.
Finally.
Then it will certainly not snow.
That's why.
That's the
Blame
plan.
Kirsten.
Download the 4 News Now app today. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.